Uninvestable. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. Just telling you the way it is. That's it. Uninvestable.
Here's Shark Tank host Kevin O'Leary a couple months ago on CNN explaining how this isn't just some like ephemeral thing out there. You vote these people in or somehow they get power and they wreck pretty much everything.
And here's the one thing that nobody saw coming. And this is the competition of states. I don't put companies here in New York anymore, or in Massachusetts, or in New Jersey, or in California. Those states are uninvestable. The policy here is insane. The taxes are too high. We put them in Fargo, North Dakota, because 40% of the people work elsewhere, including Boston. So I was, a bit of a debate with Elizabeth Warren about this, but I say, look, Senator, we've got to move the companies out of your state because you're not investable anymore. You're punishing people if they're successful. You overtax them. You hit them with a super tax. New Jersey, what a mess. New York, uninvestable.
Wait,
California,
why is New York uninvestable?
Try and do a project in New York. Try and build a data.
Yeah, I'm asking, Don's point, is it beyond the taxes?
Oh, the regulatory environment is punitive. I had a project in upstate New York behind the grid in Niagara Falls for electricity, a global data center we were building. Eventually, it got so bad with the politicians in the local region and the state policy, we moved it to Norway and all the jobs. Wow. Norway has it now. Thousands of jobs coming out of that. I mean, that's New York. Uninvestable. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. Just telling you the way it is. That's it. Uninvestable.
Some pushback from our elected officials in New York on that.
I was just going to say Kathy Hochul.
Yeah, but
I'll debate them any time of the day you want.
We would love to set that up.
Particularly the AOC. She's great at killing jobs. She kills jobs by the thousands. You know, another New Jersey problem. Where did Amazon take their jobs? They took them away from her. She threatened to sue them if they created jobs. I mean, this is a reality. This is a reality that the business...
There's a little more to it, but let's not relitigate that.
Well, sorry, just telling the truth.
He's saying what a lot of people are saying, especially what happened with that Amazon thing here in New York. Just real quickly, I don't want to hog the conversation, but what was Elizabeth Warren's response when you said that to her?
Look, I have a lot of respect for her because it's okay to have a debate about politics, but not policy. When you have punitive policy, you're making a mistake. And I want to just put up my hand and say, I don't agree, Senator, with your policy. I respect you as a politician, a very successful one. You know, she's very successful, and that's the state where I grew my kids. I mean, our family grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. We left there to move to Florida like everybody else is, because it's such a tough place to, this is a tough message. People really are critical about this, but somebody has to call it out, because this is a competition of states now, and we don't put money there anymore. We put it in other places, and jobs are created elsewhere. Over time, this is going to diminish New Jersey, diminish New York, diminish Massachusetts, and California out of business. Out of business. El Morte. No business there. You can't do business there. I don't know what that place is going to turn into. Maybe a tourist zone, but no business. Imagine San Francisco. You can't even walk at night out in the street. Sorry.
Talk about what's happening, though.
So that's the granular version, because that's the part that, sometimes you talk about the free speech stuff or what's happening on social media platforms, and everyone's like, it's happening, but I can still speak, and they're not throwing people in jail just yet and everything else. But we all know the other part. We all know the other part of what happens when you tax the high hell out of people and when you overregulate and everything else. And it's funny, he opens that by saying no one saw this coming. And yet there's been a massive influx. We know about the reordering of the United States and the massive move from red states to blue states, and that virtually nobody is moving from blue states to red states. There is a reason that Joe Rogan left Los Angeles, right, and moved to Texas. We know why. There is a reason that Elon Musk took all of his companies and now is taking Twitter out of San Francisco, out of California, and moved to Texas. There is a reason I left Los Angeles and took 2 companies and moved to Florida. There is a reason that Kevin O'Leary is no longer doing business in New York. And that is the point, because it will collapse everything. If people can't move to a place and follow the American dream and build businesses that then once they have some money, they can start building better communities, doing more with their lives, then those places will collapse. And that's kind of where we're getting to if we're not there already.